Okay. Hi. A little early here, but that's fine. Um, Still getting things set up at the moment, so that's why we're starting soon. Um, don't mind me, I'm just getting set up here. We're in time for people to show up. Actually, if I had music, I'd have something here. I don't have any music yet. But I will have some music soon. But, give me one moment, I will be right back while I set this up. I use restroom. I should be back for like 3 minutes. This is where I want to start anyway. back here already. I've already done all the promoting, so we can just get started. Alright, let's go. So, today, I'll be playing a game from my youth. Let's see. What's this one? This one has the cool, like, easy to use this button, which is just super good. Alright, so, yeah. Turn it down. Let me make sure everything else is good. Real fast. Yeah, okay, that's good. I'm gonna lower this down just a smidge meter. Just a lot of smidge meter, actually. Okay. I'm gonna bring the mic closer to me. And we're gonna start. Wonders from yeast. Start. Oh, might want that. There. It is a game I grew up with in my childhood. I used to rent this game all the time from the rental store they had while I was growing up in New Mexico. So they had this game on the shelf a lot. So I would just occasionally go rent it because I liked it, even though I didn't fully understand it. But yeah, anyway. Wow, look at that. Excuse me, pardon me. Teepers. It is a fortune teller thing. Let's see, it's interesting. Adele, have your fortune told. I'll pass. Oh, then I'll have mine told. Excuse me, could you tell me my fortune? Very well. Your name is, yes, Dogie. You are a very strong person. Your birthplace is Redmond. What's the matter? Oh, something terrible happened. Galbaland! Oh, Black Betty, Galbaland. Oh, Betty, Galbaland. That's what his name sounds like. What's on your mind, Dogie? Whoa, I heard they made a dance out of my name. Are you thinking about that fortune teller? If you're concerned, let's go to the town you were born. Why? Well, this journey is aimless. I'd like to see the town you're born in anyway. Adele. Also, I heard this Gabalan is strong, and I want to test my strength against him. The two of them start their journey to the Red Bottom, Dogie's hometown. The text goes on its own. It goes so fast. We're almost in the Red Mountain area. It has not changed at all. Yes, but I have a strange premonition. Gigantic cat. Okay, cut in half. It looks very weird because it looks like it has two butts of different tail styles. I know it's a wildcat. A wildcat? A wildcat. Strange, wildcats hardly ever attack humans. He's probably hungry. What a terrible thing to have done. Yes. We're almost there. Let's make haste. Oh, this is my hometown, Redmond. Isn't it beautiful? Let's go. I forgot what voice I gave Dogie back when I was doing Geese 1 and 2. Mr. Gardner, it's been a long time. It is I, Dogie. I left this town 10 years ago. Dogie, you were just a child then. You've become a fine young man. My companions come with me. Adele, what are you doing? Come on. So this is Redmond. Mr. Gardner, let me introduce the two of you. This is Adele, and these past 2 years we've been traveling together. During our adventures, I heard strange tale about the town, so I came to see if there's any truth to this. Strange creatures have been lurking about. We've had another poor harvest. Something very strange is going on. Because you have returned, the townspeople's spirits may be lifted. Adele, shall we go? Da 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 da. Wonders from yeast. Because we came from yeast in the last game. So I think yeast was actually... Like, we went to yeast in the first game. Like, that was like our end goal. We went to the tower, climbed up, and found yeast. And then, and the second game, I think, took place all in yeast. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I know it's been like a year since I last continued, or like over a year since I last continued this particular series, but the plot gets confusing. What do you think, Adele? It's a nice town, isn't it? I only saw like 5 buildings. Oh, pardon me, watch where you're going. Oh, are you Doki? Are you a lady? I did not recognize you. Doki, you've not changed at all. Really? By the way, how's your brother? Is he doing well? I have not seen him for these past few months. I'm in a hurry. I'll see you later. It's been a long time since we've seen each other. How unusual. Although I'm going to the inn. I have control! Hooray! Let's go talk to him real fast. It's weird because usually his text is in yellow. Nice room, Dogi. Long time ago, I worked at this inn. 10 years have gone by and it remains unchanged. Alright, yeah, you say the same thing. Adele's text is usually yellow in this game because he talks. He's a very big talker in this game. He talks at least a few times. Mostly at important moments. No one seems to be in this house. Let's leave. Alright. Here we got this old lady. Please leave me alone. When I speak to young people, I'm reminded of my lost son, Robert. Okay, well, we're sorry. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know who this we, besides me in the chat, who, like, your mother shut herself in her, I can't give everybody the that voice. I was recording something with Lynn yesterday, and I gave 2 people who were brothers a similar voice. So I thought it was kind of funny. But more of that voice was kind of more like this. I'll just give you this voice. Grandma Innes has shut herself in their house since she lost her son Robert in the quarry's cave-in disaster. Alright. This town is dependent on Tiggary Querry. I wonder what happened to the town if the monster take control of the quarry. What can I help you with? What's the herb? I think I end up with 100 afterwards, but let me verify that. When you buy a herb here, it heals you to full. It's very useful, especially late game because it heals you to full. Alright, I would like the basic of all equipment here because I cannot afford the rest of it. The broadsword's pretty good, but it's 8,000 gold. We ain't got that kind of money right now. Armor. Really like some leather armor. Cost 300 bucks? Sure. Why not? Your other 2 armors. 1,500 gold. That's not bad. If we get a little bit of money, it'd be great. But we at least need... I think we at least need the basic stuff. So it's like... That costs a lot. And shields... The wooden shield is 200, which is, yeah, at least it's just enough to go buy a herb. The other 2 shields are 6,000, which of course we don't have enough to buy anything, because we just have 100 left. And then we have the bandit shield, which is 10,000. Yeah, we ain't got the money for any of that, so we'll come back later. I will buy this herb in advance, though. Why not? I now realize they give you the extra... Oh, also, these things are pricey. I don't know what this does. Oh, I think it stops enemies. I was reading up what some of these items did. Lynn actually came over a while back, right before I put my computer up. she was playing on the retro duo that I have. That you'll probably learn more about when you watch a YouTube video. I'll be probably posting up sometime next week, probably next Monday, because I have to have some extra supplementary videos while I edit my stream VOD, and I'll probably start doing 2 videos a week, or not a week, two videos a day, like from my 2 streams, and depending on how long they are, I might have some supplementary videos. The amulet's really good. It does like decent damage to anything, and the fairy necklace is absolutely worthless. I think it gives you bonus experience. Now I want to show you how absolutely worthless this is. 50,000 gold. By the time you get 50,000 gold, you pretty much be max level regardless. And that's the problem. There is another one that like heals like a little. There's like one more item we can get later. But when we get it, it'll be like, yeah. I'm not going to equip the herb yet, but now we have basic equipment and we can attack. In this game, we attack with the Y button. The Y button. We attack using the Y button, or the X button. It's technically the Y button. It's X on a 360 controller, but it's the Y button on a Super Nintendo controller because they're like reversed. But we attack with the Y button. We also jump. We have a jump. I'm making a note of this because in Yeast 1 and 2, we attacked by walking into the enemies, and that's all we did. Recently, the people with Bellatilla Castle have been seeing this in the area. I have a feeling that they are watching us. I wonder what they are up to. You are not a familiar face. Are you a traveler? What is the matter? It seems as though Tiggary Querry has been invaded by monsters, and my workers come this way to inform us.
Something that came and attacked us. Edgar and town earlier failed to get out in time. If we do not hurry and rescue, it will be too late. Who are you?
Edgar must be rescued. I shall go.
We are grateful. Dewey, the mine worker, went to rescue Edgar, but he is unable to find him.
Ding. That means we can progress with the game. I'll just go ahead and save over that. That was like a nothing file I probably made when I was checking this out to make sure it worked. So, oh yeah. Also, if we hold the button while in the air, we do this like cool stab. Also, in this game, when you're outside, like here, you get your health back, which is kind of a continuation of like the fact that you could do that in Yeast 1 and 2. Whenever you're outside, you got powered by the sun, but this is like instantaneous. And at the start of the game, we suck, so we need to start building up experience points. Now, let me just show you how instantaneous this is. Boop. We basically save wherever we want, except for like a couple, like in a boss fight. Like a boss fight is the only exception to that. So yeah. We start off with these giant ants, which look like to be like slightly smaller than the ants I see around my house. Well, slightly larger than the ants I see around my house. And I'm joking because these are like gigantic, and I'm just seeing like normal, like what I would assume to be normal sized ants, but they're like slightly larger than the ants we had back at the apartment sometimes. But yeah. I would move forward, but literally in the next room is enemies that'll kill you unless you're like level 4. So this game requires grinding. And so basically we're going to try to make the grinding as painless as possible. But first, to do so, I need to get to about like level 4, 5, maybe 6. It takes a hot minute. First couple levels ain't that bad. Especially if you just stand around here and just take out these guys. There we go. Now at the next level already. Relatively... It's annoying. I find it to be annoying because this game is like very much like, yeah, no, you need to literally grind up levels immediately. This is why I immediately knew to do this when playing through Yeast 1 and 2. This is like, immediately, this game was like, oh no. Like, Yeast games absolutely require you to grind. Like, the sooner you hit max level, the better. Like, not even at max level are you really safe from being destroyed. Like, so it's just better to be at like max level or close to max level as soon as possible. Like, let's be real. That's the thing with this game. I don't like that that's the thing with this game, but it is the thing with this game. Like, I like this game. I rented it several times. I got past this level. Like, as a kid, I could get past this level. This whole room is safe to fight. So we'll explore a little bit more of this room before I turn around again. Like, we have the stats now to survive this room at least without having to worry about anything. There we go, and to level up, we'll backtrack. I think this is like the end of the room right here, so... Actually, it ends like... Okay, this room's longer than I thought it was going to be. There it is, there's the end. There's literally monsters in there that are too strong for us to take out. This, or, like, literally... Being serious. I hate that, like, Valley Girl talk has, like, infected my vocabulary, like, so, like, at such, like, a random point in my life that I will just, unironically just be, like, totally, like, literally. Like, I don't know why that, like, hit my voice like that, like, hit my vocabulary like that. Now I can take these guys out in, like, one swing. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so there's literally a monster in the next room that will take no damage. You know what? I'll just show you. I'm not kidding. Like, it might take damage now that we're level 3, but I'm not entirely sure. What's my save state there just in case? It's also this guy who hurts. Yeah, look, that bat. It's not even the big bulky guy. It's this bat. It takes no damage. But that guy also messes up something fierce. So no, we are not allowed to progress to this first room until we're like 3, right? Yeah. Like 4 or 5. It's a bit ridiculous. But at least the good news is we're like halfway to level 4 already, so I think taking out that one. The thing is that one guy out there is like only worth like 10 experience points. Like these guys are worth like 4 each. The one guy out there is worth 10. I know this because once we get to a certain point, that guy will be our best friend here in a moment. Thanks to a grinding trick I learned from Lynn, just basically messing around. Like, I don't know what the best trick is, but I know what the best trick I'm going to use is. Because otherwise, my actual best trick was to get past this stage at a decent level, and then after that, go to, like, go to the next level and grind to max level. That's what I did. When Lynn technically played this she didn't necessarily max out to max level until much later, but she did find a good trick. She just wanted to play the game faster than the trick with grind experience points. But I have some ideas up my sleeve that might help me grind this out. So don't worry about it. We're not going to worry about that right now. But we do need to get to at least the next level, I assume, before we can actually make any physical progress. Alright, we need another 200 more experience points. That's not too bad. And the fact that we've spent like so much time in here and we've gained like 500 experience already, that's not that bad at all. Yeah, I want to at least get to that point, because I think at that point we might be okay. There's another point I'd like us to get to, but technically if we end up, there's a side point to this. Like if we end up doing the entire first dungeon before we do the grinding trick, that might be fine. But yeah, actually I may just do that, but we'll see. That's a big maybe. It depends on how long it takes to do this and how impatient I am. Almost to the next level though. I'll probably try to get to the next level before we reach the... Well, yeah, before I leave to heal again. There we go. Now we're at next level. Alright, now to heal, and let's see if we can actually make progress now. Now we start the dungeon for real. It's as if we actually were an adventurer before. We just didn't get killed by the first wolf we've seen. That's a game I need to go through as well. That joke was making me think of Legacy of Goku, where you're Goku, who has fought many things, and you get literally taken out by the first wolf you see in that game because the freaking damage output of the enemies is so high. So you have to grind for a while before you're able to actually progress with the game. Yeah, it's gonna take like 3 hits now. But we can't fight the bats, so this is basically the level we want to be at. I will make I'm in the middle of a dungeon save. It's right about here. Yeah. So, yeah, standing right here. If I can get it right. Also, once these 2 bats go away, this will be a lot easier. So standing right here, this guy just kind of keeps showing up. He just does this. He never hits you. And you can just do this. Now, this is basically something that Lynn found out on her own, was this trick right here. Because this guy just keeps spawning. If you wait here, you get 10 experience per kill. The problem is, right now, we're not strong enough to make super use of this, because this would take just forever right now. But keep that in mind, we will be making use of that knowledge later. Like I said, I might have primarily decided that I might actually want to finish this first dungeon first. Actually clear out Tiggary Querry, at least the main part of it, before we actually proceed into... Okay. I am going to go heal. How much experience do we even need? Oh, we need 1,000, so we're kind of close-ish. Yeah, okay. Well, this is why we made the in the middle of a dungeon save point. Yeah, we're not ready to do that yet. We're not ready to do that kind of grinding yet. Now these jerks will just pop up out of the walls sometimes and attack you, which is rude. Now we're back to like the bugs again, which is like not a bad enemy to start with right now. Oh, I forgot you were here. You guys also equally against... No, I guess not. Where do you stop? Right here? You spawn in like right there too? No. So this is still not necessarily a great spot either. No, I didn't want to do that. Oh, okay, I did want to do that. Never mind, I did want to do that. Mistakes have been made. Oh shoot, I am going to die. You know, I might have to use that herb. The herb was made for eating. And that might be what I do. Because I might die if I don't. But we'll proceed a little bit further. We'll get at least to the first checkpoint of this dungeon. These guys take forever to kill if you're low level. And they're only worth 10 experience points. They also just bounce up and down, so they're not that big of a threat. If you exit, but you can duck walk in this game. Not really a duck walk, you can crawl, but you can move while ducking in this game, so you can accidentally like walk too close to them and just get murdered. Robert's pendant. That's cool. That's one of our items we need for inventory. It's right there. What? Who are you? I want you to leave the toy right away. An outsider like you coming here will cause problems. Who are you? What are you doing here? Leave. Ew. Are you alright? Oh, I'm fine. What's wrong with him? Edgar's not been able to escape and still deep inside. I tried to rescue him, but with my power. I'll give you the warehouse key. The sword is kept in there. If you have the sword, you can rescue Edgar. Oh, you're way here. You saw a pit? The warehouse is above and on the right. Hurry! Warehouse key. Cool. We now have the warehouse key, which is the first actual item. I'm going to go ahead and use this. Hit A while having the item, the hovered item equipped, and you use it. Okay. Auto de-equipped on it. So we're gonna go back to view of the waterfall, basically, is what we're being told. I did that because I know we're going to walk in front of a bunch of those big guys again. And that just seems like a bad idea. Need 8,000 for the next sword. I need 1,500 for the next armor. I was just checking to see how much money I had, and I'm trying to remember what was the next thing I should buy. I think it's the armor. I think the armor upgrade is what I gotta buy next. But I didn't remember. The next sword upgrade we're actually going to be getting here in a moment. So that's literally what we're going to go pick up. Once we have the sword upgrade, it might make things a lot easier around here. I actually know this game pretty well. One, because I literally just watched Lynn beat it like a couple weeks ago. I forget that was technically a couple weeks ago due to the fact that last week I literally did my first return to form stream by beating the game that I was doing a Let's Play of. I'll probably do out the videos for this one. I'll probably definitely edit out any long grinding sessions. It's possible. I don't know. I'm gonna run outside and heal first before proceeding too much onward. Back here, bat. Friggin' Batman. I kicked Batman's ass. Oh wow, that song pops in my head. It just did though. So yeah, still not powerful enough to make use of this, but I'm about to hit the level up, so I'm trying to make use of it. Okay. It now takes 2 swings to kill those guys. It's a huge improvement. Huge improvement. I forget. I might be able to pick up something else. Let's go heal first. I have 243 ring now. That means almost nothing yet. But it might actually mean something here in a second. I'm going to double check, because there might be something there. You know, it's probably not the greatest idea, but here's what I'll do. I'm going to go check over there, but I'm going to put a save before I do. Yeah, save states almost mean nothing for this game, because you can save just about anywhere. And also, I'm not going to save state anyway, because I know this game pretty well beat it without it, so... Like, the only thing that'd probably be worth save stating over would be, like, either the second to last dungeon or the final boss, and I'm not going to do any of those, like, injustice like that, because I actually want to move back and show them off anyway, so, yeah. I said I was going to save here, so I will. Waterfall. Alright. Do we need to go up and to the right, is what he told us. But in the treasure chest here, power ring, yeah! Yeah! I thought a ring of some kind was here. Alright, so these are the rings. They use ring power. I'm not going to equip it just yet, because they drain the ring energy while wearing it. That's how they work in this game. I would use it for the grinding, but again, that'd be pointless. Can't save, because the boss energy is there, so can't save there now. I am going to equip the ring, though. I am Doolin, come! That's one. Out DPS the man. Yeah, I did it. There's sword to the ground now. Whenever you beat a mid-boss, it gives you all of your health back most of the time. Shoot, I hit a wrong button. I hit the wrongest of wrong buttons. No, stop. Stop. Equipment. Turn off the ring. Ugh. Okay. Fine now. Pick up the sword. Pick up the bloody sword. Oh, I just have to hit up. I am trying to hit B to talk to it, but I just need to hit up like it was a door. Right. So now we have the long sword. It's the same length. If this was Hero Quest, it attack at diagonals. But it's not. So, it's not. And it doesn't. But it takes out bats now in one hit. It doesn't take out... Oh, it takes out this guy in one hit now. Alright. Let's, yeah. So if we just stand here, how much do we need for another level? 2,000? If we stand here for like a moment, we can like get a thing. I'm just gonna do this. Okay, yeah, that works. Let's pretend like a little bit of time has passed of doing this. So anyway, long story short, what Lynn did when we were doing this is she literally put a thing holding down the Y button on the Y button to hold it down. Like it was like it was her phone actually. She used her phone to press down on the Y button. And she held it there while we went and watched like VODs of Proton John for a while. And that was the general idea of what we did. I just wanted to make sure that worked because of reasons. Don't worry about it too much. But yeah, that's what we did. So maybe I might make use of something like that at some point. Who knows? Slowing down the game by swinging. Yeah, now we can take down those guys with one swing, which is pretty good. I got back my full ring power. Ring power, basically you get like a little bit of it whenever you kill something. Or you get when you're jumping. So we got the sword to go rescue the dude. That one door, we don't need to worry about it for a minute. So now we should be able to go rescue the mayor. That's our top priority now. Always be swinging. It's a game where you might want to just always be swinging since it's just a hold the Y button. These things go down a lot easier, but again, these things could make for a good grind if you're willing to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But that guy out there, because he keeps respawning endlessly, makes for the best grind I've seen in this game. No hurry, rescue Edgar. Okay, let me save on top of you. Alright, we're gonna go down this waterfall path here. Might be a little bit rough on the... Alright, hold on. I don't have... Let me make sure of something. No, I think I turned that off, like, for my last stream. Yeah, I did. Okay. Also, I'm not even using that particular one, so I don't even have the warning at all. Because last time I was using something else, and that worked, but now it's not working, so I don't even have that on this page anyway. I do have it turned off here, but yeah, okay. I'm using this window instead because it's just a lot better. Because being able to just like choose from a list and see that it's active right away, that was the wrong save. Hope I don't regret that. Okay. I'm a load. I'm gonna just load and stab the side there. I love this song, by the way. This game has great music. Okay, there we go. All's fine. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to know. Like, it's better at least to have your sword. Like, you are in control of your sword, so you don't have to worry about, like, if you're hitting them, if they're hitting you, just taking equal damage from each other. At least you don't have to worry about that, but it is a pain. Also, we now need, like, to kill that. We need to kill that one guy, like, a bunch of times at this point now. This is why we waited literal hours of watching stuff to do that. But we got impatient. We didn't fully do that. But maybe, maybe we do better this year. Okay. Time to turn on my ring. game over. Good news, this game like snaps you right back to the action whenever you die, so it's really good like that. I probably should have went and bought, oh, I should have bought a lot of things actually. Oh, I can't stay here, I can't stay here. This weird gargoyle statue looks like it has boobs. It's very powerful. Okay. I forget how you take care of this boss easily. I know the power ring helps though because of the power ring. I think actually the answer to how to beat this boss easily is to go buy the next level of armor. I think that might be the answer. So, I might as well just keep my stuff I got right now. Just go back up manually. It won't take that long because most things except for these slimes right here and in room 3 won't take that long to kill. Like these are the only things that slow us down, but yeah. But if they hit us, they hurt for like way too much damage. It's ridiculous. I think I need the next level of armor though. I think that's not optional now. I think that's not optional. Also, like 20 plus more levels would probably be good too, but you know. Actually, you can only get up to like level 16 in this game anyway. But yeah. Sorry if there's like the waterfall in the back hurts your eyes. Yeah, I think this is what I was thinking. You know what? Oh, hold on. Let me be smart and get out of this room. So I don't irritate anybody's eyes while doing this. It's a stick on the room where we can irritate people's eyes while doing this. I think I need to make a new thing. Just need text. Instant replay. Oh man. Text. There we go. Yeah. What do we got? Warning. Okay. I'm just going to put that there. I'll make it a little bit bigger than that because it's too tiny for anything. No. I'll do it with the flashing light warning. There. Alright. No, it's not blocking anything yet. I don't think it's blocking anything. Might be blocking because thinking about it, it's like the border technically. If anything is blocking, it's the border of the the thing. Like the border design is the only thing you'd be blocked right now from seeing with the warning. So I'm just gonna keep that there. It'll be in the playthrough as well. It's fine. It just needs to be there because this is an old game. So old games have that problem. I forgot to put it up when I was doing the train because I was so confused about the train bit that I didn't even think about the fact that it was flashing lights. I apologize for that. But yeah, anyway. So we're gonna finish this. We're gonna technically finish this dungeon here in a moment. Here. By the next dungeon, I definitely want to do a bunch of grinding. 1000% sure. So, you may have technically seen probably what my method's going to be. I technically showed it. But yeah. Let's see. Anyways, I want to heal. Oh, I actually, not just heal. I need to go buy armor. And also see if... I forget if like, the next shield was also available. Oh, it might be. Oh, no. I don't know which is better. I think the next shield is also available right now. But, like, I don't know which is better in the long run. You know what? Easiest way to find out. I'm actually curious. Alright, so at base nothing, we have 50 and 50. At level 1 sword, we have an inventory. We go up to 60. At level 2 sword, I like how we have a shield equipped even though we don't have the shield equipped yet. We go to 85. So that's like a 15. So that's a 25. It's a 10, 25 boost. The armor by itself gives us 60. And the shield with the armor, the armor by itself gives us 10. They both give 10. Okay. We can buy the chainmail. This is for speedy processes. Alright. What does the chainmail do? Chainmail is round 2 of the thing. It gives us 80, no, 90. We're at 90. No, we're at 80 now. So that went from... That was, so that's that's 20 in total, that's 20 for the armor itself. And that, so, but... Let's say we don't want that. Let's say we want a shield. The large shield. Oh, it's 6,000. Never mind. Never mind. My mistake. We're getting chainmail armor. That's what we're getting. That's what we came here for. I thought that was 3,000. I was about to be like, oh man, if I could get the shield for 3,000, oh man, that'd be great. I think the sword's way too much right now, right? I think the sword's 8,000. Right? Now I'm second guessing myself. Broadsword, yeah, 8,000. So we can't afford that either. That would also have been a good choice, but we can't afford that either. Let's already go to level 3 sword. But we got level 2 armor now. Let's also, while we're here, buy a herb that costs us 100 so that way we can survive the boss fight better. So now we got an additional like 10 defense than what we had when we went to go fight him before. Probably could have also supplemented that with a level up, but it's fine. We're fine. It's good. It's all good. See, another thing I thought about that is I thought like, oh, it's like it's 3,000. I think it's like the level 3 shield, which is like the weirdest part. Because the sword they sell is level 3 sword, but they also sell the level 3 shield, which we won't even get the level 2 shield until somewhere in the next dungeon. I don't even know where because Lynn missed it, which is hilarious because she had like everything else except for the level 2 shield, but they don't stack. This isn't Mystic Quest. That's a game I should totally maybe do one day, but because I actually like that game. It usually gets a lot of hate, but I actually like that game, so. We're still way far away from a level up. So we're not going to worry about the level up just yet. We're not going to worry about the level up right now. That's fine. We should be able to handle this now that we got better armor. Like, the better armor is something that we could have accounted for. So I'm just like, alright, yeah, that sounds good. Let's just have better armor, and then we'll be super set for fighting the first dungeon boss. That'll be great. Da, 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 da. It appears where the flashing lights are. Oh yeah, there's also some other harsh flashing lights later too, so I'll just keep that up for this game entirely. I love this song. I love the music of this game. This game has some really good music. Also, I think I came here with like 2 extra hit points and a herb. So both those things are going to help a lot. Also, I'm going to do this. This seems stupid, but this will save time. Okay, I gotta be more careful than that. Where's your hitbox? It's all the way up there. Alright, this is gonna be a pain. But we're gonna do this, and then we'll do grinding. So I wanna do this. This is how I typically play this anyway. I should have this equipped. So I can just do that. Like, unlike the ring, there's no reason not to have the herb equipped. At this point. The fight's not lasting long enough to make full use of the ring power anyway. This is the final boss where that whole ring bar gets used immediately. No, we were winning. I mean, we weren't, but I'd like to at least do half damage. But you can see how tough this game gets just by looking at this. Come on, that should have hit. Oh, really? Alright, we'll heal, but I disagree. If I got a couple more hit those last couple hits that I disagreed on, and we could have probably won. Yeah, but you can see this game like expects you to grind and does not care. Because you have to be basically inside the enemy's hitbox half the time to do damage half sometimes. Alright. This is ideal. This is ideal. We're gonna go over here too. No! You had 1 hit point left. Oh, come on. That last swing should have got you. That was half down. I could have used the herb and been fine. Dang it. Need you at least about half down before I use my herb. Or it's just kind of pointless. I hate the fact that sometimes just go into your hitbox to hit you. Alright, that's perfect. Alright. Yeah, I did it. I got the sun statue. Hooray! What is that? No one will ever know. Didn't even get a level up from that. I need to turn off my ring. Edgar. How do I do this voice? Edgar, do not interfere. Do you know what you are doing? If you insist upon the court, we'll all be doomed. I need to turn off my ring. Hey, are you still here? I told you before that you were not welcome here. You are foolhardy. I will spare you this time. But the next time you show your face, you will die. Sure. Since I kind of believe you. Who are you? I heard you are unable to escape, so I've come to rescue you. Because of me, you are in grave danger. Let's leave this place quickly. Give me a hand. Dewey, we have lost the use of the quarry. Edgar. You are Adele, you know. I'm thankful you were able to rescue Edgar. Please, let the town know that Edgar is safe and sound. Alright. Well, we're done with this dungeon, so, I will, but, you're just gonna stay here until I do so? Yeah, you are. Alright, it's gonna make grinding awkward, but, you know, that's gonna go to one spot anyway, so. So, we're gonna go grind now. We're gonna go grind now. So, let me just clear off the danger spots here. Okay, yeah. There we go. So I guess I'll just sit here for about, well, I guess I need like 1 centimeter closer. There we go. Are you hurting me? You have the potential to hurt me. So I don't want you to have the potential to hurt me. Alright, so, cool, we're good. Alright, oh yeah, I was gonna say, I guess I'll just sit here and like, grind. No, just wait. Maybe I can just set something down on this Y button and basically sit here for a while and I know my mouse would come out of the thing. And I'm making this work. And the moment I probably clicked off the game anyway, it either I would lose the ability to hit the buttons anyway. So, alright. Yeah, we're gonna sit here and we're gonna hold the Y button down forever. While we go play the actual game we're gonna be playing tonight. Which is not in this menu. It's over here. It's here. It's this. Oh crud. I forgot this is like a full screen thing. Hold up. I gotta fix this. We need not be full screen. Is that not an option? Well, shoot, I'm going to have to use my phone again for the rest of this. Like I did before. Anyway, first, before any of that, I need to switch over to it so y'all can see it. What's that? Huh. Alright, well. Hold on. Is that working? Alright, let me check to see if this is working real fast. Unlike John when he did this joke, I am not able to do this joke as smoothly as I wanted to. It's very tiny. Okay, we need to fix that. Can I fix that? Will you? Okay, you're there now. Good. Stretch the screen, please. Okay. So it's there. It's now stretched the screen. You can see me. You can do that. Making a weird noise, which I'm not entirely fond of right now. So you need to quiet down, phone. And we will have app thing. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think that sounds good. Okay. Yeah. Alright. This should be fine. This should be fine. I'll keep it right here just in case. I'll mute that though. Alright, so, yeah, no, this is my big joke for the thing. I gotta go fix one last thing though. So I gotta go put the actual game's name in here now. Still not changing the title because this is still technically Yeast 3. Come on. What do you have? Freebies. Deals of Felghana. There it is. I don't know why it's called that, but that's what it's called. So, yeah. Change the name of the game now. Were you not taking input now? Oh, we could just go there. There's the doctor down a bit. Turn title. Yeah. Yeah, Yeast out the Felghana. Now, my whole point of half of this joke was that I wanted to play... I've never played through this game before, but I have played through the old game. And basically I had like this whole thing planned where if it would have been a little bit smoother, it would have been fine, but it's fine. This is the real game we're going to be playing for the rest of the night. Probably because we'll get to about the same spot. But that's also why I wanted to go ahead and get Dungeon 1 out of the way, because I knew I was going to do this. Also, there's like several times where I wanted to spoil that. I'm glad I didn't. But, yeah. That's also why I wanted to check to see if the fast forward feature would work good on grinding for that game, because I was going to just hit the fast. Like, the whole joke is that I was going to sit there and hold the Y button on that, but that would only work if I was still able to record, like, the Super Nintendo version. Like, legit. And then literally put a thing on the thing. It would have worked better that way, but I can't do that. So... because I don't, I do have a Dazzle, but it's like locked up in a box. Not really locked up, but it's hidden in a box somewhere. I don't want to deal with it. We're gonna play normal. Because yes, I usually play games on normal 90% of the time. This is a Yeast 3 remake. Basically.
Well, that all. Here we are. This is Felghana. I was hoping we'd get here a little earlier in the day, but I wasn't expecting the waters to be so rough.
I don't need that kind of voice. I'll keep trying to keep that in mind. I wasn't expecting the waters to be so rough. Alright, so whenever I pop up on screen, I'm gonna have this voice instead. whenever the actual when we go back to Ys 3, because the idea is we're beating both of these games. That's the general idea. I'm beating both this and that, but I wanted to make it look like I was going to grind on that one while we were playing this one instead. That was a joke. It's based off a joke that I remember from Proton John, where he set the control stick to move to the left, and then went to go play Bomberman 64. He put the control stick to the left while playing Quest 64 to go play Bomberman 64 instead. Because you could grind it, you could increase the movement by doing that, your movement speed by doing that, which is great. It's such a weird thing you have to do though for that game.
Still, this place does bring back memories. Hard to believe it's really been 8 years since I left.
Hopefully, let me double check to see if this sounds good.
There's Margot, I always called her Mams, an old gardener. Not to mention Chester and Elena.
Okay, yeah, that sounds perfect. Cool. So what I wanted to make sure, and I'm going to have to go into Stream Manager now so I can make sure, just in case people start chatting at me, because I can no longer see the chat because the game has decided that it wanted to be full screen. So we're basically doing the same thing I did when I was doing the other game. I have to use this as my chat thing now.
I wonder how they're doing after all this time. Oh man, what the hell happened here? This monument's dedicated to the god of safe journeys. It's a relic of the old religion, from when people believed that spirits existed even in stuff that wasn't alive. I just don't get why anyone would deface it like this, though. I guess maybe the rumors really are true. What was that? It came from over there.
What was that noise?
Hey, wait up, Adol! Damn it, I'm behind again. No way.
Yeah, I might have realized something about turning up the audio to be able to cover the voice. Call from unknown. Cool. I'm not answering it.
You gotta be kidding me.
Okay, I gotta lower the music back down, or raise the voice, or raise the voice
What the
back
hell
down.
are monsters doing in Felghana?
Monsters? Here? What are they doing this close to town?
Uh-oh, she's trapped.
Chester?
Get away. How to attack. I was trying to see if I could find the button to fix things. Game won't let me do that yet. More monsters. Boost mode. Does that. I'm boosted. Now we fight the Wildcats ourselves. It's not a cutscene this time. We fight them ourselves. I like that part. That part's kind of cool.
Excuse me. Thank you very much for saving me. You're a traveler, aren't you? Are you hurt at all?
Hey!
Hey, you guys.
Are you alright, Adol? Right when you ran off, I got attacked by monsters too. I'd like to know what the hell those things are doing in Felghana. Whoops! Excuse me. I guess they must have been after you. Are you okay, miss? You don't look like you're hurt, at least. Huh? What's wrong? Something on my face? Am I, like, covered in monster gore? We
Monster
should
gore.
probably get moving and head to town before we're attacked again. I can't say I recognize your face. You've got to live in Redmont, I figure.
Togi? I knew it. I must be dreaming. Dogi, you're actually back. What have you been doing all this time?
Hey, hold on a second now. You obviously know me, but do I know you?
How can you even say that? You, me, and my brother used to play together all the time when we were kids. Don't you dare tell me you've forgotten.
Oh, no way! When I last saw you, you were just a skinny little tomboy.
Well, that was 8 years ago.
Oh, this time it's 8 years ago instead of 10 years. We're gonna get to back stories from these things. I'll probably do like one dungeon from each and alternate between the two. Is what I'm actually probably going to do, just for the fun of it, because that just sounds like a fun idea. You literally get to see back to back what each dungeon is like and the differences from them. I think that sounds actually kind of fun. And that's actually my plan for this particular process.
I'm 17 now.
Man, you sure are.
I'm sorry. Where are my manners? It's nice to meet you. And, again, thank you very much for your help. My name is Elena. Elena Stoddard.
Nice to meet you. In my time I've wandered everywhere. Around the world, hope would always be there. And that hope is named Adele. Saving people by getting leveled up swords. East 3. Oath in Felghana. Or Felghana. Felghana? I don't know. This one didn't start off with the thing. But here's this. But then, there's still to go visit a fortune teller. We still sees troubles here in Redmont. There's the Tiggary Querry. The Elber Ruins, which we'll learn about eventually. Castle, girl, clock tower. That feels like Castlevania, especially in the original. Just gives you all kinds of Castlevania. You gotta buy things to get there. That place is great. That guy. Seems like a jerk. Especially with the way he acted in the mines so far. This ruler guy. And out in the distance, all the way there, is the final level. She's caught in the storm. Moon pendant seems to be very important. I wonder if we get to see what. I was kind of hoping we would see what the final boss looked like. I think the whole thing is that we saw. Is that they saw. Galvahan. I wonder if that's his name in this. It might not be. But I'm still going to call him that. That's his name because that's the name in the Super Nintendo version. So yeah, some things different, some things are the same. We are very tiny, but we have much better combat skills in this one from the get-go.
Elena, where have you been? You had me worried sick, staying out so late.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gardner. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. I just...
It's okay, Elena. As long as you're all right, we'll pretend this never happened. So, who are your two friends? I don't believe I recognize either one of them.
Look a little closer.
Looks at the redhead one. No, I still don't recognize this one.
You'll get it in a second.
Uh-huh.
Hey there, Gardener. Still standing at the gate like always, I see.
Wait. Dogie, is that really you?
Yup, it's Dogie. He's here to teach you how to Dogie.
Yeah, I guess I've been a little out of touch. Sorry.
My favorite little troublemaker has come home. Where have you been all this time? And what have you been up to?
Well, you know, wandering, killing monsters, saving the world. The usual. Anyway, I brought a pal of mine along. Go on, Adol, introduce yourself.
Adol introduced himself to Gardner.
This is the biggest disappointment to me. After, like, when I first played this, like, when I got it, like, all the way back in, like, 2012. Or, no, it was, like, 2010, I think, is when I got this. Somewhere in that ballpark. I played this for, like, a little bit. And I didn't notice this because I hadn't played the game in, like, so long. But, like, after, I recently played, like, a little bit of this again. Like right after the show Lynn, mostly after she beat the original, I showed her the remake. Since I got my computer up and everything. That was the once she beat Yeast 3 is the day I hooked up the computer to the TV, because I wanted to do it for a while, but I don't know. There was like a lot of things. The fact that I had to literally take away like something that my son was kind of enjoying down here and stuff like that. But now he comes down and watches me play Ship Game, which I should start uploading that maybe starting Monday. So because I've recorded some of the Ship Game, I record to keep him entertained, but I explain that all then. Like I record it without audio, without voice commentary, and then so I can focus on the game, and he can watch it and all that stuff, and then stuff like that. So you'll see that on Monday on my channel, because those are just going to be videos I make and upload to YouTube, because I can't really stream them because reasons. But anyway, long story short, because I got distracted here. We saw in the other game that Adol likes to talk. He talked in yellow. In this one, he doesn't talk. The narrator talks for him and just says that he talks like this. That is a disappointment. I'd rather hear Adol speak.
An adventurer, eh? Well, that's certainly a rarity.
Especially since he doesn't necessarily introduce himself, really. You really don't know what what he's actually thinking, because he's been on an adventure before. He's been on 2. He's 1 and 2 by this point. So it's kind of things, yeah.
But from the looks of that sword on your belt, I can tell you're no amateur.
Darn tootin'.
No, he's quite remarkable. I was attacked by monsters just now, and he came right to my rescue.
Oh, she's
Is
trusting.
that a fact? Well then, you have my thanks, good sir.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I wasn't there to help. That's the problem with gate duty. You miss all the real trouble out in the field.
True.
Does raise a point worth discussing, though. Why are there monsters here in the first place? We'd heard rumors that Felghana's fallen on hard times. But I had no idea it had gotten so bad.
I guess in this one, the fortune teller just told us that Felghana has fallen on hard times. We didn't learn about Galbahan. Galbanana. Galbalam. Yeah, that's right. Galbalam. Yeah, Galbalan. 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 We didn't learn about him, I guess, this time.
Yeah, things certainly aren't looking up these days.
So the fortune teller didn't tell us the whole story. Nor did their fortune ball break,
It's
so...
been pretty bad for around a year now. We're rarely visited by anyone anymore. more as a result. No travelers, no merchants.
Man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting late. You can tell me all about where you've been and what you've done come morning. For now, you should head on in and get some sleep. I bet you're exhausted after what you've been through.
Another difference is that we immediately go to sleep when we get to town, so going to the inn makes more sense.
This place sure hasn't changed much either. I used to live and work at this inn when I was a kid. I owe Mams a lot for looking after me back then. Hey, Elena, go get Chester, would you? I haven't seen him in so long, and we can't have a reunion party if everyone's not here.
I'm sorry. He's not in town right now.
What? Oh, no way. Oh well, what can you do? He's probably pretty busy.
I'm afraid I'll be taking my leave for the night as well. My long absence likely had a few people worried, so I really should let them know I'm okay.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll be fine here for the night. We're probably gonna hang out a little before we go to bed. By the way, are you and Chester still living with the mayor?
Oh no, he and I have a house on the edge of town now. It's just...
Something wrong?
Oh, it's nothing, really. I guess I'll be off then. It was nice to meet you, Adol, and good to see you again, Dogi. I know you two must be tired from your journey. Please, take it easy and get some rest, okay?
Yeah.
She's acting kind of strange. Probably just been a rough day for her. Man, she sure has filled out nicely. She's got that whole childhood friend thing going for her, too. Now, who am I kidding? She's gonna fall for you, not for me. That's always how it goes. Let's just get inside.
Dogi?
Well, she recognized him right away.
I can't believe it! It's really you! My little nightmares come home!
My little nightmare come home.
And look at those muscles! You've grown so big! Last time I saw you, you were just a pudgy little brat.
Yeah, it's me. I'm back. You're looking well.
You know, I haven't heard a peep out of you since you left. Would it be so much to ask for some kind of contact? A letter at least if you couldn't visit.
I'm sorry, Mams.
Well, I always figured you'd do well for yourself. It certainly is nice to see you back safely, though.
There's a brand new character that did not have last time, or the other game. And this one starts out kind of slow.
A friend of Dogi's, then?
Adol gave his name and explained that he had been traveling with Dogi for quite some time.
I see. Well, thank you for looking after our little wayward wanderer. Unfortunately, you've arrived at a pretty bad time. Lots of unpleasant business going on lately. But still, happy events like these are rare, so I intend to enjoy this while I can.
Mams.
Mams.
You two boys must be hungry. Let me fix you up a nice big meal. And you'd better clean your plates if you know what's good for you.
Meanwhile, in Castle Victoria or whatever.
So then, how is the investigation coming along?
Yeah, I need to fix the audio. I messed up on the audio. I apologize. I didn't realize it was so bad.
You have nothing to worry about, my lord. We've already confirmed their locations. The Tiggary Querry, the Obern's ruins, and the sacred mountains of Eldor. All that now remains is to organize the men and begin our search in earnest.
Excellent, excellent. Once I possess what I seek, my might and majesty will be known far and wide. Indeed, perhaps my homeland could lay claim to all of Europa. Either way, this certainly should be an enjoyable undertaking. Wouldn't you agree?
In your hands, my lord. I'm certain that dream will become a reality.
Indeed it will. Indeed. I leave the search in your hands. Make certain it continues without interruption. I expect good news forthwith.
You do me great honor. I pledge you my success, Lord Maguire. I shall see to it that your faith in me is not misplaced.
He's going to be a douchebag. Watch out, his douchiness is rising.
So, Adel, while I'm here, I think I'm gonna swing by the Elder Mountains for a bit to visit my old master.
Sounds like a plan. I think he does this he'll do this in the other game too. But he does it like after the next like after we return. But he's just already doing it now.
He's the one who taught me everything I know about fighting, back when I was a kid. If anyone would know the reason for all the monsters showing up around here, he'd be the one.
Yeah,
I won't be gone long though. You should relax and tour the town. It's a really nice place. If you have any questions, you can ask Elena. She said her house was on the outskirts of town, so I'm sure it won't be too tough to find. I'm off for now. See you later, buddy.
See ya. This is why we don't ever have a party until Game 7. What's up there? Definitely. Oh, it's like right stick, right options. There we go. No. No part 2. Alright, so we have like... We start with the short sword, the wooden shield, and the leather armor by default. We don't even have to buy them, which is good because we don't have money. Start off this one. We do have 60 health starting off though. And we can't unequip these either, so we can't like be non-equipped. So, yeah. There are 5 grades of equipment that are better. And looks like 3 bracelets and 6 accessories. So there is going to be like an extra sword and shield, looks like. I'm going to be real. I have not finished this game. It's been on my bucket list for a while though. To finish this, which is another reason why I kind of want to bounce around and do this one. Let's be real. Oh, hi. Oh, hey, you're the guy who took the rooms next door last night, aren't you? We got some guests, certainly not tourist season in Felghana right now. Name's Antonio, I'm here on business from from the Roman Empire. You heard of a thing called gravel ore? It's really high quality rock native to this region. It's also the reason I'm here. Ooh. Ore. I wonder if I had to learn about that more soon. You Adele? Marco told me about you. Says you're close friends of Doki's and an adventurer no less. Well, I certainly picked quite a time to come for Gilead. Pretty bad tidings these days. Strange Red have been wreaking havoc with our harvest. The monsters have been running all over the place. Nobody knows what's next, and nobody really wants to know. Count yourself lucky that you're just visiting. Thanks to Count McDumbass, I came all the way here from Garmin for no damn reason at all. Got something in your mind, Red? You're gonna try to make me stop drinking, are you? But this bottle's my only friend I got. Good morning. Did you sleep well? I guess Doggy's already gone, Lord knows where. Still can't even sit still, that boy. Even after all these years. He's grown the muscles of a man, but he's still at the head of a hyperactive little brat. He has gotten you into trouble during your adventure, has he? He hasn't, does he? Has he? He probably has. Alright, cool. No, I can't save until I leave town. That's right. Save station's just right outside town for me.
Welcome. Well, well, what have we here? Are you a traveler by any chance? That sword looks like it's seen a lot of action. You should have it fixed up.
This girl really wants to hit
This
us.
store deals in weapons and armor, along with a handful of our own specially selected curios.
I think basically these two people replaced the two merchants from the other game, but they basically just combined the weapons merchant with the items merchant and made the girl apparently far more attractive in this version and flirtatious.
The boss is a bit eccentric, but you'll be hard-pressed to find a better smithy anywhere else in the world. He's choosy about his clientele, though, so don't be offended if he turns you away at first. Just keep at him.
What will you do? Yeah, buy equipment, buy
Welcome.
items. It's the same stuff, the Bandit Slayer. You can also see how much it improves everything. Like, this brings us up to 59. This brings us up to 87. Like, you can just see it straight up from the get-go. Let's see, hold on. Large shield brings us like to 56 from 44. So it's like 12 more. Yeah, okay. So, if I could have had the money for it... Oh, that is almost like 3,000 here, though. Okay. The chainmail is probably still our first order of things to buy. But... the longsword's not that far behind. Then the large shield eventually, but I think the large shield is still probably item 3 on the list. There's plate mail, which is really good, and the banded mail. So I think if I would have got the large shield, it would have been way better. Also, I can just see the difference right there. Yeah, it's like... Okay. Well, I guess it's the difference between what the current shield has and what's not, and I can't see the difference
Don't be a
right
stranger.
away. But I only have, like, not that much gold, so... Wait, what items do you have?
Welcome.
Ah, yeah, this one permanently raises your max HP. That sounds good. And revives you once. So I probably wouldn't mind grabbing a few handful of these and boosting up my max HP at any time I want. Incapacitates enemies, blocks enemy attacks, and then this one revives you, which I think the item in the other one is supposed to revive you too, but in the Super Nintendo release they made it to where only
Don't be a stranger.
it only does experience growth instead. Because it definitely doesn't revive you, because we checked that out, it does
What
not.
do you want? I'm Adonis. I own this shop, and if my appearance hasn't given it away yet, I'm happy to confirm that yes, I'm a smithy. Huh. From the looks of that sword, you know what you're doing at least. But I make it a rule to refine weapons and armor for people I like, and only people I like. Sorry, but you may as well just head home.
Aww. But I need my sword upgraded. 99,000 times. I'm gonna jump if I want to, because I can jump. Alright, anyway, so we're doing that. Hey mister, are you familiar with that big mass of muscles my daddy tells me is named Doki? I seen all his friends be circus strongmen, but you don't look like a circus strongman at all. You're an adventurer, right? Which means you're going exploring new lands, fighting monsters with that sword. I'd be an adventure partner. I promise I'll be real helpful fitting a monster with my Picard power. I always play adventure, so I know just what it's like. The enemies will be all like, oh, and I'll be like, bam. And then they'll be like, boo, and I'll be like, oh, and I'll be like, boo, and then bam, boom, and then they'll be like, bam, and then we'll be like, boom, and then bam, and then boom, and then they'll be like, bam, and then they'll be like, please talk.
I don't believe we've met.
Please talk, get me out of this loop.
Which means you must be Adam, that friend of Dogi's I've been hearing so much about. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Nell, and I'm a devotee of the church. Is it true that you saved Elena from a pack of wild monsters? Words cannot express how thankful we are for that. I've pledged myself to this church for many a year, and have known the Stoddart children since they were very little. They've always regarded me as a big sister to them. Sister with a small s, that is. And I've always regarded them in kind. Which is why traumatic events like last night's unpleasantness affect me so.
Oh, you must be Adam. It's nice to meet you.
These people aren't
I'm
even
Father
there,
Jean-Pierre, pastor of this church. Elena's had quite a lot to say about you. I understand you're the one who saved her when she was ambushed by a pack of monsters.
Yeah.
For that, I must truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm certain that Elena had her reasons for being out so late. She denied any, of course, claiming it was just a flight of fancy. But I feel there's more to it than that. If I pressure her to tell me things she wishes to hide, though, I can see no good coming of it. But I digress. Please forgive me. This is our very first meeting, and here I am babbling away.
Yes, you are.
May God's blessings be with you in your travels. If anything ever troubles you, always remember, the church's doors are open. Come by any time, day or night.
Okay, I guess I can't. You use like statues to save your game in this one. I guess there's probably a reason why he's here. For gameplay reasons, but I don't know what they are yet. I've only gotten to a point that I used to get stuck in as a child. I got stuck on in this game as well, which frustrated me to no end. But now that I'm using a controller, have a better computer, and have the willingness to actually sit down and get through this, I plan to actually sit down and actually beat this game now, so we'll see how that works out.
Oh, good morning, Adol. Is Dogi not with you today?
Adol explained that Dogi had gone to visit his old master in the Elder Mountains.
Oh, that's... well, it's not very nice of him, to be honest. He hasn't even shown you around yet.
Nope.
But that's Dogi for you. 8 years ago, he suddenly decided he simply had to go on a journey of self-discovery. To become a man, he said.
A man. I'm a man. Punch. That's what he decided to learn.
I wasn't fond of the idea myself, but Chester sternly opposed it. The two of them got into quite a scuffle. They did make up right as Dogi was about to leave, though.
That's good.
To be honest, I have something I need to tell Dogi. Remember yesterday, when I said Chester was out of town? Well, that's true, but he actually hasn't been back in over 6 months.
Wow, it took us like 2 seconds in the other game. It took us this long to find out here.
He left a note for me on the day he vanished. It just said, I won't be back for a while. I haven't heard anything from him at all since then. Not a word.
Dun dun dun.
I'm not sure how to tell Dogi. After he came all this way.
The good news is because I don't remember 90% of this game. Other than the literal plot of Yeast 3, I don't actually know what the plot of this game is. So it'll be kind of blind for all of us. Like any twists and turns they might throw at us. I know one twist, but it's probably because it's the twist of Yeast 3.
Sorry. I don't mean to dump all my apprehensions on you. When he gets back, I guess I'll just have to give it to him straight. I'm sure Dogi will take the news well after all he's seen and done with you. As well as he can, anyway.
Probably. Now to go back to the front of town. So what are these doors? The other day, my son was telling me he found some ancient ruins or something down deep in the mines. Edgar, I went back there with him a short while ago to look at it. What's surprising to me, though, back in the day we found all the old sorts of artifacts and ruined tunnels. I distinctly remember just stumbling upon an ancient mineral there one day. You know what I did? I just dug around it. What is this, an empty house? It's also empty. This might be the mayor's house. So they go rescue the mayor from the, like, literal, like, the mines. We already seen that that's the case in the other game, so...
What?
See the case here, too?
How many were there?
I'm not sure, but there were definitely a lot. More than I've ever seen before.
Uh-oh. Scuffle, there's a conversation going on over there.
What do you want with me, stranger? Please, just leave me be. You're too young to have gone deaf. Please, just get out of here. Leave me be.
Hey, you don't technically know that. Apparently I'm almost mute.
Who are you?
Adol introduced himself and asked what was happening.
Monsters started gushing out of one of the deep mine shafts in the Tiggary Querry. That's east of here. We only just barely made it out of there alive. But Mayor Edgar is still inside. So Dewey, that's the head miner, asked me to go into town and get some help. Anybody who's willing and able.
Dogi could do this job easily. He left town a short while ago. Probably too far away to track him down now. I can't go myself either, since I'm the only one trained in defensive combat around here. I've got to guard the town. Adol, I hate to ask, but we could really use your strength.
My strength?
Would you put your adventurer's skills to use for us and check out the quarry in my place?
Yes, please. It would mean a great deal to me as well. The mayor, Dewey, and even Paul are in grave danger right now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this. I can't even imagine how to repay
Thank you so much.
We're in your debt, Adol. Here, I've got a map of Felghana. You might need it.
I keep forgetting. Well, I've already brought this up because it's also the same in like every Ys game. How this item get tuned sounds like the item get tuned from Metroid.
You should also make sure you're well prepared, as it sounds like you'll be fighting some monsters in there.
Probably.
Take this and use it to get your equipment refined.
My equipment, who what now? Gravel ore, we just heard about that. And 50
Go
bucks.
talk to Adonis, the town's smithy. Tell him I sent you, or he probably won't give you the time of day. He's a stubborn one, but he knows how to pound metal like nobody's business. Your equipment's in good hands with him.
Oh,
I
man.
do hate asking you to put your life at risk for us, but we need you right now. Show us what you're made of, adventurer.
Okay. Hey.
It's you again. Doesn't matter how many times you talk to me. I pick and choose my own clientele, and I do not choose you.
Adol relayed Gardner's message.
You serious? Gardner sent you? Guess that means you'll take good care of my work, if nothing else. Well, if Gardner says you're good news, then you're good news. Gotta do what the old guy asks. I can augment your sword,
changed. Your tone
armor, and
changed very
shield
quickly.
here. Just hand them over, and I'll make them better.
Make
Well,
them better?
I got enough Robble ore for the job, anyway. Monsters often get it stuck in their fur or claws and will drop it when killed. Or sometimes it's just lying around. I'll have to charge you a service fee too, though, or else Cynthia's gonna put up a fuss like you wouldn't believe. And the price varies per piece, as we've got this whole quality chart system in place. Don't ask me, it was her idea. So,
Clearly
what have
she's
you
the
got for me?
market heavy one. No wonder she uses all her flirtations to probably like get people to buy stuff from her at higher prices.
You're part of my clientele now, Adol Kristen, so feel free to come on by anytime you need work done. What do you got for me?
Weapons center.
This the one? Good to go.
We got now it's 20 plus 2. Yeah, 6 and 8. That's why the original shield 6. Here we go. I don't have any more raffle now. At least I got that weapon upgraded. Let's go to the Tiggary Querry. The music's already started, even though we technically just left town. We'll just bring a save data here. That's save points. You don't get to save wherever you want anymore. Also, we don't just teleport to the place. Like, I think a side note that it's like kind of easy to like not notice at first. Yeah, we don't just teleport to the place. We literally have to walk and deal with monsters along the way. New monsters that weren't in the original game. Also, our attacks are like 1,000% faster. Do all types of damage. It's pretty crazy. This game feels a lot better by default, but there's like an issue with like the bosses. I think it shows up later, but it also there's no herbs in this game. Now I'm already level 2.
Sorry, I thought you were a monster. But if you're not a monster, then who are you? And what are you doing here?
Adol gave his name and explained that he had come at Ricardo's behest.
Oh, so you're the guy Ricardo got, huh? I don't know where he found you, but you sure do look the part. Okay, thank you. You're a lifesaver, you know that?
That thank you sounds so weird.
The mayor's still down in the tunnel as far as I can see. The boss has been searching around the entrance, mainly, but I guess the mayor got himself stuck farther in. But the last time the boss checked in was a while ago. Hasn't come back for so long. I'm starting to get worried. I sure hope the monsters haven't eaten those two. Still gives me chills just thinking about it. Anyway, I really appreciate you coming. Please find Mayor Edgar and old Dewey and bring them out. Alive if you can.
You got it. Save again, so I don't run a cutscene. Now we get to enjoy the remix music. They're just showing that I have like random buffs. The enemies will drop random buffs this time around. Get random perks to boost up. Great. There. Oh, that's a herb. I'm not hurt. Okay. The random enemies will drop the herbs in this one. They'll hold like a little bit. So it's not the same as it was the other. Here's the giant ants. They get moved to the second room. I have 83 gold, so I'm getting some money. Here's that big pit room from the other game. I'm just curious if there's anything up here. Because in this one, you actually go to the other side to do stuff. Okay, hold on. Whoa. There's something up there. It's like too high to reach. Okay. So I guess we'll be coming back there later. Okay. Intriguing. These guys are a little tougher to deal with. Yep. And enemies just drop random herbs down. So you can't have a herb in a boss fight. But technically, if that's the case, it's because the enemies drop the herbs, so that actually kind of annoyed me a little less. But it's still annoying because, well, you can have a herb in the other game before a boss fight. I thought like it was a system where you couldn't use herbs at all during boss fights because like they just didn't let you. But now I know that there's not even like the ability to have herbs in the first place for boss fights. So it's slightly less frustrating. I thought it was just sort of travesty issue where it's like, oh yes, we have herbs, you can use them, whatever. Just not during boss fights. Boss fights is illegal. That's illegal. But like there's no actual healing item in this one, so still disappointing, but at least it makes a little bit more sense. Now this, you got some extra moons. Door is locked up. Solid rock, definitely won't be able to get through without the proper key. 300 monies already. That's a lot of monies. That's a lot of monies to already have. A lot of it came from that statue there. Anytime I pass by one of these, I'm just gonna say it. There's no reason not to. I think they also fully heal you. So they're like great. So it's basically Kingdom Hearts set up now. Which means these things are more useful and also means that like you won't get stuck in a situation where or like a boss just annihilate, like you have to like go, like you might like, where you're stuck in a dungeon and you can't get healed because you're saved, you saved at a spot where you can't, where you're not able to heal. The save points heal you, and the save points are heal points, so it's all good. Required Ravel Ore times 5. I got some more Ravel Ore. Hooray! How much money do I have? 405. Alright. I could go get my equipment maxed out real fast, which is probably not a terrible idea. I might do that before on my way back. Because if there's anything like the last one, yeah. Oh, there's something over there. Oh. That's kind of neat. That makes sense. So you miss that jump and you fall back here. That makes sense. That's why those enemies are there. 40. I need to find more pots. That's where I got all that money from. I gotta keep giving me money. We'll check on the way back though. It'd be funny if I could just constantly break that one pot and get infinite money. That's also new. There's a lot of new to this game. The equipment system is also new. Like, obviously. Yeah. I like the Yeast series. It's been a pretty good series that I've enjoyed growing up. I played Yeast 3, Yeast 6, which is also known as Ark of Nephilim, and I played Yeast, obviously I played through Yeast 1 and 2, and I've also beaten 4 in my own time. You level up like crazy in this.
Who might you be? And what in the world are you doing here? Can't say as I've ever seen you around before. You from Valestein Castle?
Adol introduced himself and explained that he had come at Ricardo's behest.
I see. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm Dewey, the head miner in this quarry. I came here to look for Mayor Edgar, but this is as far as I got. He's in serious danger here, though. I can't just leave him. Unfortunately, the monsters down there are in a class all their own. Sword attacks just bounce right off them. Unless we can find some way of dealing with them, I don't see how we can possibly get the mayor out safely. Maybe check the storehouse. We found some pretty interesting artifacts a while back. Stored them all in there. Locked up tight. But I've got the key right here.
Acquired storehouse key. Hooray!
Since you're not a miner, though, I'm guessing you have no idea where the storehouse is located. It's on the other side of the open-air strip mining chamber. That big vertical shaft you pass through. There's a room with 2 doors at the bottom. It's the one on the left. Help yourself to anything you find in there. I hate to be so useless, but I guess the rest is up to you. Thanks muchly, adventurer. You're a good man.
Yeah. So this is where you don't feel weak right off the gate, and you honestly feel like you feel pretty powerful actually right off the gate in this one, which makes sense because you're an adventurer that's been doing stuff. You don't get killed by the first random bugs you see or the first goblin that gets in your way. There's still a threat. Everything's still a threat, but it's not as bad. You actually feel kind of like more of a badass in this one. Which is why I want to actually see if I can enjoy this one better. But I got stuck on the same boss I got stuck in as a kid and the other one. Which is why I'm just going to grind out the next, like, for the next boss of the other one. And I'll probably do the same here. Make sure that I have basically everything that I possibly can for the next boss in this one too. Might include getting all the equipment upgrades, but I'm not sure. And like randomly seeing how much like gravel ore drops. Like this game is far bigger than the other one. Like it seems like the same amount of room so far, but I think once we get to the next part, it's more stuff. Also, I just realized something. Hold on. I don't need... Oh, wait, I don't have this anyway because it's gone. Right. Never mind. I was about to say I didn't need the flashing light warning. But then I remembered, wait, I don't even have the flashing light warning on because... Yeah. Daddy said to make him great. And it's gonna take its name, Tiggary Querry. Names in Tiggary Querry. I have a song. I have like this song on my actual like playlist I listen to every so often. Music. That's how good the music in this game is. I love the remake version of the songs, but I also love the Super Nintendo version of the songs too. I'll just go ahead and actually... I like level 6 now. We're already level 6. Like this game, you level up as fast in this game as the other game wanted you to be. I'll save my boost for later, but... Or tell what I got full boost meter. You know what? Before we proceed, because we know if this is like the last game, which I already know ahead of time because I got through the first half of this dungeon when I was replaying this just to show Lynn. And then I stopped after that, so I recently know the rest of this dungeon. Or no, this first half of this dungeon. I don't know anything past the point where we get the item that's beyond the first boss. Which is beyond that door, so... Also forget what the warning says. There's like a warning, but I think it actually pops up to the next boss. I think it's something stupid like you can't use this game's gimmick in boss fights. Which I find this to be absolutely dumb, but what are we gonna do? 800. I can get the next sword. I'm gonna opt to get the next sword upgrade. For reasons of damage output. Because I am a person that typically plays glass cannon style. That's how I play half the time. I like having lots of damage, but if I get hit, I go down like crazy. I will play that style more so sometimes than the style of like someone who focuses more on like defense or anything else. My main focus is damage output 90% of the time. I will focus on other things if once the needs arise to it, obviously, but if I can power through things, I will power through things. I mean, we saw that with X-Mutants. I will throw my face into the enemies and see how that works out in my favor. Usually it doesn't, but it's funny when it does. Sometimes it does, because like I played a lot of games, so sometimes it actually does work, which is sometimes kind of sad.
Welcome. That's the one you want? Thank you.
So that's 34.
Don't be a stranger.
Yeah, I don't know why. There's no button command either, so you just have to live with this game's weird decision of buttons. So no matter what, this would have leveled up one more time. I think these can become level 3. So there's that. I just want to see how much this costs now.
What do you got for me?
30 gold and 7 ravel. Oh.
This the one? Good to go. This the one? Good to go.
These upgraded ones.
Come again.
A little bit more gold. Wish I could sell you my sword, but obviously I can't.
Don't be a stranger. Welcome.
Yeah, I can't buy any of this
Don't be a stranger.
Be a stranger. Now I have much better sword and slightly upgraded armor. I could have had like one of 2 armor choices as well, but sword. Oh, that's way better. Oh my gosh, yes. I've made the wise decision here. I think this decision is going to help me a lot later, too. Oh, yeah. They're doing like 18 damage. I'm now doing like 30 damage. That's way better. Yeah. Yeah, that's way better. Ooh, I love it. Okay. Yeah. The good shit. And I like this one. You don't get the sword at the end of this part, so yeah. Also, this is the long sword. You get the long sword from the... Oh! Yeah, no, this is the long sword. You get the long sword at the shop. The long sword was what you got here. Oh. Guess I just now noticed that. Okay. Instead of the other two basically being the same, because you have 3 choices, each of them there, but I think actually there's another armor that's actually in town already. Check though. Oh well. Regardless, my damage output's much better now, and that's the important thing. My armor output, defensive output's a little bit better, because I got +2 on both of them now. It would be a little bit better if I went back like right now to go and just knock them off real fast. Apparently the ore is supposed to like fall off the monsters, but so far we've not seen that. Also, probably like a super rare drop. I think my biggest issue, I might have made a mistake when I played this originally. I might have not tried to get the better sword. Probably didn't think that through all the way. I know we just did this, but I'm gonna run back to town real fast. I just need like 20 more gold anyway, so this is better. Also, we get a few more experience points along the way. We can become... made 875 more experience points. I've gotten 4,000 experience points so far. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds like the same about numbers the other game had right about now, but again, I got them by just fighting normally in this game. I'm going to take more effort to try to maximize my equipment, because again, when I played it the first time I played it, I was just testing the game out and seeing how good it was. I was at school, so I didn't, like, I was at like college, so I didn't take my time to do a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I know, I didn't mean to talk to you.
What do you got for me? This the one? Good to go. This good to go. Come again.
There we go. Now they're maxed out. You would have had enough stuff to basically max out your sword and that. I just got a better sword, so that saves me way much more time. Yep. It saves me like 1,000% more time because now I just have a better sword. It saves me 10 bucks. Basically, I went from +2 to plus like 17. That was my choice. Then I get to keep that extra ore for later. I need like 7. To be fair, I could also just max it out whatever I wanted to. That's also a choice I guess I have. Remember in... Oh, I want to play through Arc of Nepotism again, or whatever it's called. Libby just did not know how to say any of the words of this series. Because I won't. That's just a fact. So much easier having to be able to get 40 damage. I didn't realize it was so much better. Oh my gosh. It makes sense that my attack went up like 17, so now I'm doing like 17 additional damage. Because I'm already cutting through their defense. How fast you strike in this game, this is going to be so good. There's 840 more experience. It works a little bit more in this one though, at least. And the bugs ain't worth that much, but the goblins are worth a good amount. Let's slay some goblins before we, I don't know boss. I'm still cutting them down pretty fast. What are they dropping? Oh, like a lot of money just there. This is probably the best grinding spot right here. Or not, bring myself up one more level. Hard to see the tiny numbers. Definitely want to get my, probably what I want to try to do is like get my money up a little bit to, I want to get to the next level. That's one thing I want to do. Do a little bit of grinding. I didn't do grinding when I first played this game, so I feel like a little bit of grinding might help me against the boss I got stuck on. It's a really bad situation, boss. It's kind of why it kind of ticks me off. And what's worse is that in the spot that I get stuck at, people that know the game will kind of give it in. It's a situation where you can't leave. It's like the only situation like that in the game, and it's so early on because it's like Dungeon 2. And it's true for this version of the game too, which makes sense because for the plot reasons, it makes sense. But it's just a bad situation to be in. And you know what? I'm tempted to look at something. You know, I'll look at something. I'll look at something here in a little bit. Or almost that next level up. Anyone? One kid got. Which they can't keep breaking the pot to get hundreds of gold. Those nice little gold in the tree. Get one. We're gonna explore this place thoroughly. What I did when I first played here. Alright. Actually, come in here one more time. Go. 94 hit points. Pretty good. Oh yeah, too much. Okay. Too many experience points we need. Okay. I want to go look at something because I am now curious. Alright, 07. Avert your eyes if you don't want spoilers. Oh. I mean, I might have been able to afford another weapon, but like, not really. Okay, well. I was actually at decent stats actually in that playthrough. Oh boy, so I was going to have to figure out how to deal with that boss. Once I get there, I was like level 13, 14, right? It's just literally like right there. I was level 15. This is what the map looks like. There's the Elborn Ruins. The Elder Mountains. So this looks like the map from the level select screen in the other game. I'm level 7 now. I'm gonna be leveling up more than I did there. That's for sure.
Stop.
Why are you telling me to stop? Why are you telling me to stop?
My name is Dulan, Shade of the Great Will.
Okay.
I would have you show me your abilities, red-haired swordsman.
Who are you? You didn't really explain yourself in the other game either.
Dance! Spin! Slice!
Annoying. I already cut him down like
Dance! Dance! Dance!
Okay, he's dead. One more combo and you're dead, sir. And you're down. Yeah. Much better sword, so much better.
Is that the best you have to offer?
Dude, that wasn't even trying yet. Bro, I kicked your ass easily.
Still, you have an unmistakable spark in your eyes. We cannot afford interference at this crucial juncture. I must report this at once.
Do that. Open this from backwards. Ignis bracelet? What's an Ignis bracelet? Alright. Exploit elemental weakness with sword and spells, use magic. Defaults to C. Alright. Charge attack while holding at least one. After acquiring at least one ruby, press hold the magic button fully charged. For massive exploding fireballs. Okay. So now, instead of the rings, we get the bracelets. We only get 3 of them, it looks like. Maybe something else that we can get later. Who knows? Oh, I'm out of there too. Where's my MP meter at? Oh well. I can kind of shoot out a burst of Mega Busters there. Yeah, I'll be like a Flareon. Fire. A whoosh. Burn, burn, burn to the ground! Recharge it. Let's see where it's at. Get back to actual fighting normally. I didn't even use my burst code in that fight. I think when I fought him when I was testing this stuff before, show Lynn, I actually used burst mode to beat him. I didn't even do that. I literally went like no effort on that guy. It's a good sign. That means I'm on the right track and doing everything I need to do. I'm gonna say this, my plan for the next time I play this is to definitely have the next level of sword before I, there's a bug flying around me, I'm trying to catch it. Next level of sword, before I go into Ilburn Ruins. More or less. You saw that. That's basically what was the spot. I don't know how to dash yet. Or double jump or whatever I need for that. Something with this attack doesn't work. What's the screen starting now? Oh, it's actually getting there. A grinding session with a bunch of goblins is a good trick. This game is actually feels a lot more fun than the original because this is what like an action RPG should feel like. They get hit occasionally, but like you feel like a badass. You know, and like the hitboxes are like way better. I see you found the bracelet we unearthed a while ago. Not too sure of an artifact, but I just get eerie feelings from these are such as powerful and scary. It doesn't look for it, so we put it in storage. But you can use it, I bet, against the monsters down below. Monsters down below. Ooh. Oh no, that I could have got monsters down below. We need this for. They still seem normal to me. It's like the waterfall area, like the one thing, but now there's actually monsters here and stuff. There's that part where we're just like climbing down in the waterfall. The other one. What monsters are we talking about? That's a slime show. We've never seen the slime show. That's just a realization. Oh hey, it's the. I think these guys are supposed to be the bat. You know, thinking about it, it's probably the slime. Oh, it might be these guys. Oh, it's definitely these guys. Yeah, let's take that. Oh. Nothing. I don't have any extra ravel ore. Okay, so those weird bugs. Okay. Yeah, they're super weak to the fire. Yeah, down stab. Ooh, down stab does a lot of damage. Let's see. Right here. Let me make this jump. I don't know how bad falling in that pit is. I want the experience points. I don't even think I would use burst mode that often, honestly. Just against bosses, probably. I probably forgot I had burst mode and forgot I could use it during boss fight. Probably didn't use it as the boss and one thing. I don't know what I did and what I didn't do. It's literally been like 10 years since I last tried to play that. Nothing special, but we are about to hit another level. For the next boss, I definitely will level up. I assume the next boss will be... If I did that, just so I have a line of them just shoot immediately. No, that wasn't my one. One of those random buffs you get from the random items they drop. This game feels like at least like you can like run around and stuff, but I do like, I would prefer like in Ark of Pikachu, Ark of, I don't know how to say its name, Ark of the Batman, you could basically, just seeing, that looks weird. What? Like treasure chest like half melted into reality? What the heck? Maybe I need to kill everything first. There's a kill all monsters type item. Nope. I don't know what deal with that is. Okay, well here's the monster. Yeah. Here's your deal.
Who are you? And what are you doing in a place like this? Adol introduced himself and explained that he had come to rescue Mayor Edgar. An adventurer? Well, if you're looking for Mayor Edgar, here I am.
Well, I don't have to fight the boss to fight you.
Adol, was it? Thank you for coming all this way. I was accosted by monsters and managed to lose them here, but hurt my leg quite badly in the process. I was actually just about to hobble my way into the strange old ruins beyond here when you showed up. They're quite peculiar. I peeked my head in earlier, and I must say I've never seen anything like them before. Adol, I'm sorry to impose upon you even further, especially since we've only just met. But would you be willing to examine these ruins in my place? With my injured leg, I fear what might happen to me should any more monsters attack. But we've come all this way. I know it's rude of me to ask, but I'm sure you're just as curious as I am, no? So please, would you do me this favor?
Oh, we need to get back to kind of patch up. Fine, I'll do it. Ooh, money. I'm going to have so much good armor. I think I can actually afford both armor pieces. Maybe. Oh, I don't want 3. Alright, let's, I'm like 201 experience with being level 10. Let's become level 10. That was, I had to wait till my meter belt back up, whatever meter my magic meter is. I don't even have a magic meter. I stopped using magic every so often for whatever reason. What? Hold on. Experience points next level 0. I should be leveled up. EM, level me up, please. I should be leveled up. I have enough experience points. Why ain't I leveled up yet? EM, level me up. Okay. Don't bounce downstairs, buddy. I need you. We need you. Ow. You know what? I want to double check any of this thing to make sure that there's no more monsters. I feel very curious about. That was it. A ruby? What? Oh. Jewels unlock the true potential of hard jewels. Specific jewels for each elemental bracelet. Each jewel acquired the corresponding more powerful. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Now I can do that. Cool. And it looks like that now. There's like 3 little slots on each of these. So, okay. I solved the magic puzzle. It gave me a magic stone. Okay. Well, now I just got to look right. Alright, hold on. Ooh, nice explosion. Fair, I think this I like that way better damage, but explosion is pretty good just for AoE capabilities, but honestly I think mashing the fire button seems better. Alright. That's enough lollygagging around. Let's finish this place up proper. And then we'll continue from there as I do a little dance and do the dance. Time for this boss. There's the weird gargoyle again. Better look at her. Yep, it's definitely a her. I could totally use it. I think I have to use that against her. You should be dead. I win. And that boss was so much easier to deal with in this one than the other one. I swear there's like, when I first played this game, it acted like there's some kind of negative effect for going into boss fights. I swear. But now, maybe it's just that the game got updated to be actually much more playable and better than it was 10 years ago. I don't know. I swear it almost acted like when you got into a boss fight, it like didn't let you use items or something, which there's not really items you can really use except for maybe like the amulet or whatever. You get your full health back whenever you beat a boss. That's cool.
What are you doing here?
You don't listen very well. I believe we handed down a royal edict to close the quarry, did we not? If you'd just done as you were told, you wouldn't have gotten hurt. So spare me the lecture. Just do as Lord McGuire asks.
You... I wondered what had become of you, but I'd never imagined. You aren't really working for Count McGuire, are you?
Oh, but I am. I'm a devoted knight in service of the great Lord McGuire. Therefore, I'll thank you to keep a respectful tone when you address me. Who goes there? You aren't from Redmont. What business have you here?
Stabbing monsters. Specifically ones sent from evil empires.
Adolf
You would
gave
happen
his
to be an
name
evil
and
empire, would
explained
you?
the circumstances of his arrival in Felghana.
A friend of Dogi's? I never thought he'd come back. And certainly not now. No matter. Lord McGuire's orders were explicit regarding the closure of the quarry. If you've come to lead this old man out of here, then I suggest you do so immediately.
Oh, wait! What about Eleanor? Or do you even care that she's been worried sick about you? She doesn't even know if you're alive or dead.
I've grown weary of playing nurseman. She's 17. She's old enough to cope without her big brother.
Oh man, we already learned the big reveal of this guy.
You should tell her to forget about me. Hell, coming from you, she might even do it. But where are my manners? It would seem I've forgotten to introduce myself.
You definitely forgot to introduce yourself in the other game.
I am Chester Stoddart, a high-ranking knight in service of Felghana's lord, His Grace, Count McGuire. Adolf, was it? As an adventurer, I know you may be tempted, but I'd advise you not to get involved in our politics.
Okay, I'll just keep the statue I found that you're totally looking for. Or the revival, whatever thing that you're probably planning. Alright, I'll leave. I'll go all the way across the world. Can't solve the thing. Actually, unfortunately, you can't. You need the statue. It's a long story. It's a long story that we don't know yet, so...
That is, of course, unless you are eager to die.
I don't know, are you? I've stopped god killers before. Or deities. I don't know which. I've stopped them before.
Count McGuire is the Lord of Felghana, though he's not native to this land. He's actually from Rom. From the moment he took power here, he levied exorbitantly high taxes and pressured us into forced labor. Then, a few days ago, he ordered us to shut down Tiggary Querry, the town's primary source of income. Naturally, we refused, since he gave us absolutely no reason. And that's about when you showed up. To think that Chester would willingly serve a man like that. What could possibly be running through his head? He left his little sister behind too, and she hasn't heard a word from him in months. Honestly, I have a hard time believing it. Even now, knowing what I know, I keep thinking it can't be true.
Unfortunately, it is. Chester has become a douchebag.
And what am I supposed to do? Just tell Elena to try and forget about him? I couldn't possibly agree to that. I'd never be so callous.
No!
Oh, well.
Elena?
She found out anyway.
How long have you been listening?
I heard you made it home from the quarry, and that you were hurt. So I thought I'd stop by to check on you, and I overheard your whole conversation. I'm sorry.
Elena! It's good to know Chester's all right, at least. But that's little consolation right now. Ever since they were orphaned 12 years ago, those two have really watched out for one another. Up until about 3 years ago, they lived at my house, and I'd always put Chester in charge whenever I was away. I figured it would teach him to be a responsible young man. Though, honestly, I never did get the hang of raising him. Adol, could I persuade you to look in on Elena for me? Right now, I think she might find it easier to open up to an impartial third party.
Fair enough. Going to be an impartial third party in a moment. But first... Okay. I consider myself an expert when it comes to old jewelry and knickknacks. I knew it. This is no ordinary bracelet. It's an artifact innate with elementary energy tacked inside. You fit this little gemstone inside it yourself? I guess said gemstones like this are important to increase the bracelet's power by magnifying its energy. Anyway, thanks for letting me fill up your jewelry. Stumbled upon something special. Take good care of it. Maybe next time I can fill up your family jewel. I mean, what? I came here to buy stuff?
Welcome.
Oh, our show's way more expensive. Oh, okay, no, I was just silly. I thought this was cheaper than it was.
That's the one you want? Thank you.
I already had this too in my other file, so I actually did have some stuff that
Don't be a stranger.
probably wasn't supposed to. Oh wait, no, I might not have had that. I might have actually had the thing that you're supposed to get in the next dungeon. Because that's supposed to be level 3.
What do you got for me? Gonna need more than that. This the one? Good to go.
Now it's maxed out. It's 24 compared to like, yeah, it's just...
Come again.
It's almost not even worth getting like the lesser stuff tampered at all. I'll do it anyway, just for completion's sake. That's how I'm going to look at it. I'm just going to do it for completion's sake unless I absolutely need to save up on it. I mean, the first 2 pieces of equipment didn't seem to need that much anyway. So... I just gotta hope that I can find everything else. As I'm sure you noticed, the Horde is basically nothing but a huge monster system. We could deal with McGuire right down our necks, but the real monsters pose a threat. So, as much as we can do it, we're actually going to shut down mining operations for however long we need to. Oh no, we never rest without you, Adol. Mayor Edgar is the only thing standing between us and McGuire to oppressive tyranny. Without you, he'd be gone. Quarry's closure will hit us like a ton of bricks, but we'll manage as long as we have Mayor Edgar. We'll survive. Yeah, a lot of bad things happening at the quarry lately. Well, I've got one of those wooden bridges we built. It came tumbling down. One of our apprentice miners died in that one. Bob was his name. You know, bad thing about what I might start crying again. Aw. Everyone trying to do things to say. Oh. I'm very worried. Boy, I tried a little harder to stop Father Pierre. What? Father... Oh. Oh, right. Okay. I think I know what's going on. Okay. Sad part is, I think my stream might be actually coming to an end here soon. I'll let this cutscene play out
Chester. Adol. I'm sorry. I've just got a lot on my mind. My brother gave me this pendant. He left it here in a letter for me. On the day he vanished. I guess it makes me feel closer to him when I wear it. But in reality, it was closer than I ever realized all this time. I'm so sorry, Adol. So many horrible rumors have been going around about my brother. And then, to hear the man who raised me confirm them all, I just want to know what's happening and why. He must have a reason, right?
Right, I don't know.
Maybe I'm being selfish. I should just be grateful he's alive. In a way, it's like a weight I've been carrying for the last 6 months has been lifted from me. I may not know what's going through his mind just yet, but I do know that if I could talk to him, just talk to him, then things might go back to normal. So, don't worry about me. I'll be okay. But thank you for your concern, Adol. I really do appreciate it.
I think when I played this before, I was playing it on keyboard as well, which was not nearly as fun as actually with controller. The controller feels great with this. I feel like no issues whatsoever trying to run around with the controller. Like the joystick feels great with this. This is a great game to have on a joystick. Good stuff all around. I need to level up my equipment, but I don't know how. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna leave town. Person right now. Father Pierre left town a little while ago. He hasn't returned. I need to stop letting people talk me into letting them outside. After the next dungeon open yet? And I'll just... What? Oh, I was on save number 9. I'm only level 8. Oh. So. Enemies have a lot more health than they did, but they also go down so fast. Still closed. Okay. Need a key to get in here. Let's get that key first, and then we'll probably... I'll do my last thing I want to do today. And then we'll end stream there. Find out where the key is. Somebody in town probably got it. I was level 9 before, and I was ready to get level 10. No, it's just save file 9.
You actually went into the mines? The scary monster-infested mines? All by yourself? Just to rescue our mayor?
Yeah.
It's like you're some kind of mythical hero from a storybook.
Maybe I am.
Your name is Adol, right? I hear you're one of those sword-wielding adventurer types who go around saving the world.
Probably.
Dogi certainly has good taste in best friends, it seems. He's always spouting nonsense and playing practical jokes on people. I just don't know what to do with him.
I should probably check to see if he's back. Probably like to know what's going on with Chester. He's not back. This guy's gone too. You. Is it true you took down a giant monster there? Everyone in town's been talking about the new red-headed hero who showed up out of the blue to save the day. I can honestly say I'm proud to have you staying under my roof. Townsfolk have never liked the Count much, even from the outset. He levied ridiculously high taxes and even taking people from town to help build his castle. Rumor is he's also hired a lot of mercenaries to do his bidding, guiding them around us on the spot as a lure. I think even most removed politicians disapprove of his tactic. I left a wife and son behind in Garmin. How they're doing these days. If you ever get work as a night, you'll learn how easy for our life becomes like a never-ending party. My wife is dead set against the whole idea, but I did it anyway. And what do you know? She was right, as always. Alright. And find anything there. Oh, I tried to console her, now what? It bothers me that you had to fight such a huge creature. Ain't nothing of having an evil-looking statue in its possession. I wonder if that statue may have been what McGuire was after when he shut down the quarry. Probably. .85% chance. Maybe 95. What do you got?
Shutting down the quarry is completely absurd. That quarry is the lifeblood of this town. Our work there has been a source of pride for generations of miners. Why the hell is Dewey allowing this to go through? Why isn't he fighting it? I just realized I've been ranting to a complete stranger. Wait, aren't you that swordsman who rescued my son? Sorry, I've just been thinking about the situation in the quarry a lot lately. Every time it makes my blood boil. Ever since they closed it, the Count's men have been seen going in and out like they own the place. It's aggravating.
It was like literally 5 minutes ago. How do you have all this time?
That quarry is far too important to this town and everyone in it for us to just look the other way. At any rate, I hear you wiped out all the monsters down there. Even the big ones that nested in the deepest mines.
Yeah.
Even if you're not from Redmont, you're a true friend to this town. Here, I've got something for you.
Is it money or ravel ore? It's ravel ore. It's enough to upgrade my sword by 1 level. Ooh.
I hope my son grows a spine like yours one of these days.
Okay. Gave me enough stuff to upgrade my sword. Hi. Mayor's always had our backs, but I'm not sure if he can do anything more for us now. Find a monster's nest. Honestly, I could deal with monsters. Part of me wishes the Count would just rescind his edict. They lower our taxes too, because the monsters know. We can't resume mining, we're financially done for. We have to look for other means of supporting the town. Ooh. It does suck, I think the only lifeblood of income your town got just went to crap. Anyway, hey guy.
What do you got for me? This the one? Good to go.
1+2. It's still only +2 even after.
Come again.
Did yeah, I don't really armor on, yay. Yeah, I'm a badass. We're gonna talk to the Proceed. They saved the mayor. Man, he must be super duper strong. He's not right. If he's out here right now with Chester was super duper strong like that too. Tell me something how you beat those monsters. Also tell me, Mr. Adult. Oh, okay.
This has become quite serious indeed.
There we go.
Why would Father Pierre go to such a place?
Please forgive me. I should have tried harder to stop him.
Why is he going to such a place? He seems like such a nice guy.
My, such blazing red hair.
Yep, I get
You
that
must
one.
be Adol. I've heard murmurings about you amongst the townsfolk. My name is Nicholas. I am head of the Felghana diocese. I was also the town's priest until 3 years ago. Now I serve at the castle, while Father Pierre enlightens the town. I still drop by from time to time, though. Old habits do die hard, as they say. I fear, however, that my visit today may be a bit less transient than usual on account of Father Pierre's absence. Are you familiar with the Ilburn's ruins to the northeast of here?
I was looking for a key to it because the gate's locked.
They are the remnants of a temple used by practitioners of a pagan religion from a long-lost era.
And a whole little fire boss.
It would seem that Father Pierre has taken it upon himself to visit that temple for purposes unknown.
Ooh.
It's unsafe in every regard. There's a dormant volcano behind it which has recently become active anew.
That sounds annoying.
And popular rumor suggests the place is infested with monsters of all shapes and sizes.
All the more reason for concern. One cannot help but fear the worst. Adol Christian, they say you're the one who rescued Mayor Edgar from the quarry. Is this true? Given your considerable skill, might I humbly request you undertake another such mission to find Father Pierre? Such selfless courage. On behalf of the church, you have my deepest gratitude. I believe you will be needing this.
On the ruins key. Alright, we'll go save outside the ruins, and then next time we play, I'll start from there.
The Ilburn's ruins are just off the road, to the northeast of here. This key opens the access gate. Please, do whatever you can to ensure the safety of Father Pierre. May God be with you. Fight well, adventurer.
You got it. Oh, I was trying to see what the thing on the table was. Like a scroll of some kind. I'm as prepared as I'm going to be. I think like no additional ore except for the ore I got for rescuing that one dude. Like I said, I'll just go save at the next save point. Their face in 2 pieces. I just died in 1 hit now. Oh, that's even better. Let's see what the rest of the world map looks like. Just out of curiosity at this point. And maybe to see if we can find any treasure chests and just happen to have more of a volley war. Hello? Hold on, hold that thought for like 5 milliseconds. I should have 1100 so I can level up again. I got another volley ore. I want more ore. I do want to just check the rest of the world map and see what the rest of what's like. I don't think I've done that yet. My playthroughs. Yeah, maybe we'll take Revali Ore. Maybe one of these things will actually drop Revali Ore out of that dang fur. Must be netted in the fur. Need it. monsters are this weak, no wonder you just skip the entire process of the other games. Here. Oh. Doggy, get up there. Okay. As this is the Elder Mountain where he went to go pay it back. Where's the cat? I thought maybe stronger monsters would appear on this upper route. I get to A, test my might against some stronger monsters ahead of time. And then B, have a better chance of getting some more ore. Whatever. Whole way through. What's this? Oh, right. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the way that we came down. This is where we started. This is where the game opened up. Ooh. Say no to that, though. That's just where we started. I think that's how we get to the island on the map. Got a pot as a barrel. Completely different. And there's the castle. Okay. We go into the castle later. This game, you feel when you get hit, you feel like it's more your fault than the game's fault. So I can't wait to see our final boss. I like how the previous boss was. I also like how technically this is really cost a meter of any kind. Just good. It like has a limit, but why? Definitely need that for the second boss. I don't know what I was thinking when you know, like some type of thing happened. I'll look into it and see if I was mistaken or if an update literally made it different. Anyway, so we're here now, so we're done with this for right now. Thanks for Windows. Alright. Well, that was fun. Now, meanwhile, for the hour that we've been doing that, back to this game, this happened. For many hours, Adele stood here, stabbing at this one guy, who kept showing up. A million times. He just never stopped. Just kept on coming over and over and over again. And Adele just held Y the entire time. For hours, some may say. But it seemed that he kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. For the many hours that we were playing the other version of the game. Some may say that Adele had reached a new state of power, and he had became a superhero. But that's probably just me. Alright, fine, we'll stop here. We're now level 13. Just a few levels higher than we probably should be. Well, we're like now super strong. Our stats are now 130 and 115. We'll fix some of that. Everything now does like 1 damage around us. I would play this game more balanced, but I don't know what a balanced level is for this game. Because this game is cheap. We just saw against like the second boss and it was like super cheap already, so. And yes, I'm just returning to town to let people know. And unlocking Ilburn Ruins is the plan here, and getting new equipment. Because we now have 35,000 gold from beating up that guy for several hours. I mean, the 1 hour that I was obviously playing the other game. I'll play it like this, it's fine, because I know this is totally playable at this state, so... Oh, the doggy was looking for you, hurry to the end. Hurry to the end. I'm trying to remember my own bad voice. There it is. Well, hurry. What are you looking for? A better sword? Broadsword? Yes. What are you looking for? Armor? Banded armor would be good. Yes. What are you looking for? Shield? Which one? Banded shield? I'm gonna have to buy the my thing going off just to have that in my inventory for shits and giggles. Well, I have the level 4. I might be dumb. Actually, I think I did. Maybe I did. I might not have. I now have 183, 145 stats now. Mine got a little overpowered. My next level requires another 10,000 experience points. To be fair, I think we're like 3 levels away from max at this point. Which is weird to say.
Adele, you came at just the right time. I wanted you to do me a favor. Elena, will you tell us the story once more?
This is the first time I've met you. For me to tell you this is awkward. It's about my brother Chester. It's been half a year since my brother left the house. He's been working for Lord Magaya. I don't know what he is doing. I also heard a rumor that my brother's in the ruins of Ilver. I've been there to search for him. There's strange monsters infesting the ruins. It's there I found my brother's painting on the ground. I'm sure that he is there. I'm not certain if it has anything to do with it. The cleric Pierre of the town went to the ruins yesterday and has not returned. Adele, will you go to the ruins to find cleric Pierre? I'm concerned for the welfare of this town. If you see Chester, please tell him that.
Well, if you see Chester, please tell him Elena is worried about him. Sorry to post, by the way.
I'm sorry to post, buddy. By the way, my name is Elena Stoddart. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Nice to meet you as well. I'll run the next dungeon. I heard the team. He's not back yet. He's still in the entrance. A few differences between this version and the other version. I feel like the next dungeon should be open now. So much better equipment now. Yeah, Ilver Ruins. Look at the volcano that we heard about. We're gonna stop here. I think this is where I'm gonna stop the stream. Alright. I forgot this is like a completely fresh save file. Anyway, so that's all I want to do for today. It's getting late, also, they may come back anytime. I don't know. Yeah, thank you for watching. Next time we play this, we'll be like high level, overpowered, ready to go through this dungeon. I prefer that anyway, because trying to play this game normally, where you get like just powerful enough to ease your way through, I swear makes the next boss like super difficult to deal with, which is what like happened to me as a kid. I also feel that's the same for the HD version of this game too. So yeah, next time we'll continue this. We'll start here, do the Super Nintendo version of the Ilburn Ruins, and then we'll move on to the other version of the Ilburn Ruins and try to make it through that. That one might require a little bit more grinding. I don't know. We shall find out. But I might be able to do the grinding in the dungeon since the game seems to be a bit more balanced that way. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. See ya. I would raid, but I don't really have anyone to... yeah. Oh. Huh. Alright, fine. Actually, I do see someone we can raid. We'll raid, my friend and used to be roommate. Actually, I would. I don't know how to type that. So we'll just go raid their girlfriend instead, who's playing the game at the same time. Yeah, we're gonna raid EV Arts. They are a friend. They also the ones that do a lot of my artwork. I think that's Lynn's work, but some of my artwork I've had in the past is actually them. Let me see if I can find something before the raid goes away. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I might be able to find something else here as well. Let's just go here. Yeah, this one. This one seems good. Yeah, they did this pic of one of my characters, Xena. They've done a lot of the art for me. I've actually used their art before. They've done a few of my thumbnail arts too in the past. But anyway, yeah. So give them some love. They're playing Elden Ring right now with Kitty, who used to be my roommate and still friend. So yeah. See you all next time. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye. Activity.